Hello, welcome back, friends. Hope everybody had a nice holiday and you're doing good and you ate a lot and everybody had some fun. Okay, so today we're gonna be looking at a spreadsheet that I think is pretty interesting. And if anybody works in some kind of field like accounting or finance, or that sometimes you have to make little presentations. We all know that, sometimes it's a little bit tricky to get something to be highlighted so everybody can see it or anything. So today we're going to be working with something and that's pretty good. It's dynamic. We're introducing a new concept that's called a click event in VBA programming. You don't need any buttons or anything else. It's just you know, just click wherever you want and it highlights everything. It's dynamic. You don't have no buttons, no nothing. It just click. And that looks pretty good. So if you're interested in that, if this looks like something that's pretty good for you, stick around and I'll show you how to write that up. Okay, so let me just get the window here. And I already included a module. It's always a good idea to name your modules because once you have a name module, you can always export this file. That means it's gonna save it into a folder, and you can have the programming, the code, in a file. So when you need it, so you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is just get that, and then you can make it fit into any item that you need. So let's jump right in and start writing the code. As always, we start with that, with sub, and we start declaring. See its range, then RNG as range, then R long. Okay, and so LR means last row because we want this to be dynamic and we want it to get all the rows that we put in there. So rows dot count and we want it to go up. Row and make a little annotation. That's last row. LC long and LC equals cells 1 columns dot count and Excel to left dot column, and this little note is going to say last column. Okay, so that's going to go, it's going to pick up all the rows that you have, no matter how many you put in, and it goes to the other side to pick up all the columns that you have. Okay, so now we're going to set the range. range. It's looking at A, and it starts from A2. And it goes down to the last row. So we're gonna make a little note here. Dynamic highlighter. Selected ranges. Selected range. Okay. Notification. Display alerts. False. You don't want the screen to be flickering when the program is running. A little error handling here. Okay, so now we're gonna work with a for each loop. For each C in range. Resize. It expands the area. Okay, so 1 LC borders dot line style equals Excel none. This is basically erasing or doing away with the previous selection. But this happens so fast that you don't see what's going on, only you see that on screen. Okay, interior. Because we want to erase that yellow that we're doing. And this is 2, and in a little bit I'm going to show you where that number comes from. Those color index numbers come from. Oops. That. Okay, all right, now we're going to do some little logic in here. Value equals. Oops. Then now it's going to apply the borders and the interior color. Let's see. Borders around. Color index. 3. Weight. Excel thick. Just over there. Size. See. Dot. Interior. Color index. 6. And if, close that if statement. Next. display alerts. If it's true. So that should run. But like I said, this is a click event and we want it to be dynamic. So we have to go into here. And this right here is called a click event. That's done by picking worksheets. And this automatically does this, but there are a lot of click events. You know, calculate, change, deactivate, activate, before delete, double click. So there are a lot. And then you have to call the routine that you want. So when you debug, this thing here, it's a little troublesome. Yeah. Column. There it is. So now, as you see, it's working perfectly. So right now, I'm going to show you where that color index numbers come from. So as you see, we had number 6. We had number 6. And we made a reference to number 3, which is red. And we made a reference to a number 2. It says you can have font dot color index, this is the method, or interior dot color index. The color index way is that these numbers apply. These numbers, you apply any of those numbers, and it's going to apply that. As you see in here, we got number 2 because we wanted to go. Number 2 is white because we wanted to white it out. We wanted to eliminate that. So this thing is dynamically eliminating the borders and making it white, so whatever, it doesn't show up. And at the same time, it's applying the yellow and the red borders. Okay, so now let me just make a little touch on what these are range. When you see range, you see long, you see integer. And those are something that in programming, that those are data types. And data types there are different data types in VBA in programming. There's Boolean, and that always returns like a true or false. And there's byte, currency, data types, date types, decimals, double. See, integers, they hold numbers of two bytes. Long, those are long integers. Long objects, single, string, variance, any numeric value of up to the range of doubles. User defined, this is something else that's also done by the programmer. So I suggest that if you get deeper into this programming, that you should read up on data types, and that'll help you a lot when you declare variables and you set data types. Okay, so as you saw, this worksheet is pretty cool, I think, especially when you're making a presentation and you're highlighting this. Never mind the numbers here. This is just for show. I wish, but this is just for show. But it just illustrates how good of a highlighter that is. So in your next meeting, when you're doing a presentation, you can show this, and I'm sure that you get some kind of good review. So if you enjoy this, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up and share. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.